Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm here today to talk about a trailblazer. Miss Mary Francis is a trailblazer. She is the first African American to graduate from University of Georgia, earning a master's in music education in 1962. Miss Early is a product of the Atlanta Public Schools, graduating with a valedictorian from Turner High School in 1953. Following her graduation, she continued to teach in the Atlanta Public School system, eventually becoming the music director of the system. Ms. Early returned to UGA to earn her specialist in education degree in 1967. In 1981, Ms. Early became the first African American elected president of the Georgia Music Educators Association. Upon her retirement in 1994, she taught at Morehouse College, Spelman College, and served as chair of the music department at Clark Atlanta University. For all her accomplishments, on February the 25th, 2020, UGA named the College of Education in her honor. Ms. Early is also a proud and active member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I give you Ms. Early.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Boddie, and all representatives of the Georgia House of Representatives. I am so honored to be here, first of all, because the last time I was in the state capitol, I was in high school, and I visited a museum of sorts showing Georgia's resources. But as you have just been told, somebody has described me as an unlikely candidate for civil rights activist, but seeing a television version of Charlene Hunter and Hamilton Holmes being ousted from the University of Georgia campus on January the 11th, 1961, I made a decision. I said, I'm going to leave the University of Michigan, where I was studying, and transfer to the University of Georgia. And my mom said, you must be crazy. They just had a riot. Why would you want to go? And I said, some of us have to do something. We have to actively participate in trying to make our world a better place, and that's what I want to do. And so I did. And I won't go into all of the details, but the journey was tough because neither Charlene Hamilton or me, they had integrated the undergraduate school. I was integrating the graduate school, and nobody wanted us there, it seemed. And so I went back the spring of 1962 and the summer of 1962, and I actually roomed with Charlene. And I finished first because, that was not my intent, but I finished first because I had transfer credits from the University of Michigan. And then at the graduation, I was the only black person in line, of course. No one spoke to me, and I thought, not much has changed. So I went back in 64 and studied through 67 and got a specialist degree. After that, I was forgotten in UGA's history. It was as though I had never been there. I was completely erased. But I went on with my career because I believe that truth crushed to earth will rise again. And so it did. In 1997, Dr. Maurice Daniels, who was then a professor in the School of Social Work, he discovered me by accident, really. And ever since that time, I have been wonderfully blessed by the University of Georgia. They have begun to recognize me. Now people know my name. And I wasn't so upset about not getting accolades. I simply wanted history to be true. And so now it has happened. I could never have imagined that the College of Education would be named after me. But last Tuesday, there was an unveiling or naming event. And there were over 1,000 people there. I could not believe it. Our governor was there. Many of the Board of Regents members were there. Anyway, it was wonderful. Friends, family. I only have cousins now, and some are here with me today. But I want you to know that I'm very grateful to this chamber for recognizing me, because there are other untold soldiers who worked for all of us. Because now the University of Georgia is changed. When I walk on campus and see the diversity among faculty, students, staff, and so on, it brings a big smile to my face, because that's why I went. And I hope that you will encourage your young people to take advantage of the University of Georgia and all of the resources that it has to offer. But I also want to say to you, thank you, House of Representatives, for the wonderful work that you do for all of Georgia's citizens, including me. Thank you.